Well, we are back. Map number 2 next up on the docket. It's going to be Garrison Search and Destroy. Back on Garrison. Of course, St. Clair going to be the team ahead. Currently 1-0 up. Of course, I'm Zarin, joined by the man, the myth, the legend, Dan. Excited to get right back into this one. And University of Windsor down 0-1. I mean, a lot of pressure to go down 0-2 because you know how teams can get desperate and kicking things right off. Priestley says goodnight to Smitty as quick start from St. Clair. That's exactly what you want. You see how aggressive they are. Nice shots by Brandon. He's continuing on his reign. Brandon actually does drop, though, but, well, that's why you run in pairs in Search and Destroy. You got Sauce getting one back, and now it's up to Hugo left in a 1v2.
I mean, I know they're totally different games, but this is why you see in things like Rainbow Six, where if you're the carrier, you always buddy system. You make sure you have somebody there for the refrag, and Sauce knows exactly what's up. He's going to find Hugo. There's only so many places that you can check before moving forward. Loses one and gets himself taken out. Saint's going to take the lead to start things off, but Hugo going to find himself the best play after taking down Priestley.
Yeah, I mean, nice shots there from him. Unfortunately, not enough. Is unable to clutch the 1 versus 2, and like you said, yeah, that's the key. You make sure the bomb carrier is with someone at all times, and that's exactly what happened there. Sauce able to get the trade from Brandon, so he's starting this one off 2-0. Kind of quiet in game number 1, but you know sometimes that's a good thing as he starts things off right. You see Priestley on the top left, going to be in the power position, takes down Smitty, backs down as well. Now Dylan kind of stuck in a weird spot as Hugo going to get tagged up. Lavelle can't finish the kill, but he'll back on down, and it's a numbers advantage already for St. Clair.
That they do, and Brandon finds himself another, actually, so he's going to be able to bring this even further into the favor of St. Clair. Shots fired for Brandon, not quite finding the target just yet. Just making a bunch of noise, maybe checking a couple walls, see who he can find. We know that Dylan is right by Priestley, but Saints, of course, will not know that. They don't got the outlines like we do here in the commentary booth. Brandon going to open fire. That's onto M-Locks. Not going to find it. Dylan going to bring one back here for the side of University of Windsor. Bit of a back-and-forth battle, and they both just drop. Saints go up 2.
Well, that's a good start, Yuan, and Brandon again with another kill in this round. Good shots there onto Hugo as that was off screen. But St. Clair up 2-0 here, and they look good, continue on their momentum from the Game 1 victory. I mean, they just completely took over the second half of Game 1 and really haven't looked back since. So it's going to be up to University of Windsor here on the favored defensive side to try and get this game and try and cut this lead in half.
And looking at Brandon's shot there, how do you even see people from that far away? These youngins and their sharp eyesight. There's a reason why I'm on the commentary desk and not competing in any of these FPS games. Am I right?
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Oh.
And it looks like, wow. Okay,
oh, that nade, though.
Open things up. Yeah, nice nade there by Brandon. So he gets hit on the game already. Sauce as well, but he is going to drop. So it's going to be a 2v3 disadvantage for University of Windsor, but definitely a doable situation. And now it's even more doable. Nope. Well, Lavelle slides on in and gets the trade. That would have been massive. That could have evened things up. But now it's U of W's best player, M-Locks. He currently doesn't have a kill, but, you know, this is the man you want in this situation. Does have an assault rifle and SMG combo after picking that one up. So a little bit doable here. Brandon might have spotted him out. He does actually. Good shots. I mean, Brandon just is hitting everything right now. And Lavelle's going to eventually get this bomb planted. M-Locks going to be peeking on out any second here. Trying to get an angle on one of these players. Going to spot out Brandon. Now he's kind of caught out in the open.
And Brandon up on that high ground just seems almost impenetrable right now. He's dodging everything, but that seems to be such a sweet spot for him. And that's actually going to be Lavelle, the captain coach, going to come clean things up here to get this up to a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, good shots from Coach Dawson here.
There's the finisher.
And so it's going to be St. Clair with their third straight round. And, you know, you look at the side of University of Windsor, Smitty and M-Locks both on 0 kills. Lavelle yet to die. And, you know, St. Clair is starting to run away with things. If they get this defensive side, you got to think it's going to be a lot more difficult for the University of Windsor boys to try and bring this one back. But nevertheless, it's going to be a slower hit again, trying to get the first blood. And Priestley once again in that power position, deciding just to back down for now.
It just takes one kill for the side of University of Windsor to finally just like jumpstart some momentum here, something. Just get the blood flowing again. They had it right off the start for game 1, but then it just really petered out, and like Saints started to dominate. They have not been able to get it back since the end of game 1. Priestley slides right into, or right in the vision of Yugo, and Yugo's going to go down after that one. Lavelle does spot out one. We do know there's actually two there. Saucenado going to get himself on the board again here, taking Dylan down. So it's all up to Mlox and Smitty, and the bomb is down for University of Windsor. Pretty rough spot to be in.
Yeah, I mean, it's just playing a little bit too passive, and when you have a guy like Priestley sliding in and just completely obliterating Yugo off the top tank, and he does the same with Mlox just now. Wow, I think that might have been 3 straight there from Priestley. I mean, this guy is just so much fun to watch, and you're going to see the kill here on to Mlox, and yeah, just the Mlox one, but nevertheless, I mean, he's just not missing.
That's so funny, though, with this Garrison map, that you can basically pop out from under the tank and just jump scare somebody. It's kind of funny seeing teams actually utilize that in the later spaces of these rounds. But Windsor, they need to get something started here with Mlox and Smitty both being skunked at this point, basically. Some nice goose eggs there in the kill feed, but just takes one time to get their blood flowing, like I was saying before. But it's not going to be this round.
No, but Brandon is just like, no, I don't really feel like playing any more rounds of search. Maybe one more if we're nice, but he's gonna spot out Yugo. Good IQ there, just to back down, knock down to 41 health, able to stay and give his team that numbers advantage. Still more shots going down, nothing connecting from Brandon. So a little bit of a slower hit here from St. Clair, but slowly working their way towards B bomb, and they've got University of Windsor back all the way up into bricks.
Spot from downtown. Priestley going to find one, but Dylan and Smitty actually both going to get themselves on the board, but this one is going to be wrapped up here. Priestley going to find himself the final elimination. We have ourselves game point for game number 2. University of Windsor struggling just on Garrison in general, it seems, as Search and Destroy not going in their favor as of right now either.
Yeah, and you see Priestley, I mean, Dylan gets first shots there, but the movement of Priestley is just too much for him, and of course 2 more kills in the kill feed for him. Yeah, just 6-1, Brandon 5-2. Sauce 6-1, 6-3 on the side of Priestley, and everybody from St. Clair at least double positive or more. It's what you like to see, University of Windsor. You got Mlox still on that donut. Smitty finally finding his first blood, but 5-0 down. It's only really been done a handful of times in the pro scene from this deficit. So it'll be interesting to see if University of Windsor can scrape something together here.
Yeah, even just like some sort of kill sequence from any of their players, even if they don't win the round, just something to kind of give them a little bit of momentum into game 3. But I know I keep mentioning the joke out of lobby tag, but the thing with constantly getting ready for the next rounds, it kind of kills any momentum that any team does have, which is a little bit unfortunate for both sides. But Priestley is definitely not affected right here, right now, getting his 7th kill of the game. We do see Brandon in the high ground position once again. Smitty may be looking to try and make an attack here onto the B site, but he's going to be outnumbered as of this moment.
Yeah, so Brandon
jump scare Sauce.
Oh yeah, this is going to get interesting right here. Sauce in a decent spot, and 4v4. Well, Smitty draws first blood, so that's huge. Now that opens up the bomb site, but the problem is there's only 20 seconds left, and that's going to allow Priestley to slide all the way up, and St. Clair out of nowhere completely ices the round after first blood from Smitty, and it's going to be a 6-0 victory for the Saints boys. And I mean, really just University of Windsor could not get anything going whatsoever, and got to be because of Priestley right there, able to get 2 before finally falling, and it's going to be a 2-0 lead here for St. Clair as we head into map number 3 coming up.
All right, so Saints are 12-0 on the day on Search and Destroy. That's absolutely insane so far here for them. And I mean, obviously, the other one was up against Grand Valley State, which, I mean, you can take that as you will with it being their second team and whatnot. But still, I don't care which team you're going up against, you don't drop a single round? That is actually sick. So quite the accomplishment right now for our St. Clair Saints Call of Duty varsity team as they continue to push forward here in this matchup and are aiming to make this one a quick one with the way things have been going. And it's all going to come down to if University of Windsor can pull off the... It feels like an upset right now, just on raid control.
Yeah, raid control is definitely going to be an interesting one. I believe this is one of their better maps. What I've seen based on them scrimming the St. Clair club team, actually, they've practiced this map. They like to practice this map. So I don't know how the pick and bans went, but I would assume this would be a University of Windsor pick. But if not, I'm sure they'd be satisfied that they got it. So the key is here, obviously, winning those offensive rounds is defense, usually the favorite side on control. Of course, best of threes in the control game mode. So depending on where University of Windsor starts may dictate the outcome of the game. But if you're St. Clair right now, you're feeling confident. Nobody's missing any shots right now. And it's going to be a real tough task for University of Windsor to bring it back. But, we saw some good things in map one, and they've proven that they can do some damage when they really want to.
Absolutely, and it looks like we don't actually have to wait to throw this to a break to get into game number 3, because everybody actually connected the first time. I think that's more rarity than a double 3-0. But still, we're going to get ready for raid control. Like you're saying, we've seen the Saints squad here pretty consistently, pretty much every CCL matchup at least once. This is a place they're really comfortable in, and I'm worried for University of Windsor, but I do want to see the comeback. Because, of course, like I said before, yes, this is the hometown Saints stream. But if there's anything I like more than watching the guys win, it is a fantastic back-and-forth match. And I want to see this University of Windsor squad come out swinging and at least not go down without a fight here. And we'll have to see if this raid control map will be the turnaround point or the end of their run.
Yeah, well, like you said, we'll find out very, very shortly. Well, super short, as 5
Extremely.
seconds. Yeah, very short, as it's actually going to be St. Clair on the offensive side. So if you're the University of Windsor, this is where you want to start, and that actually means it's a St. Clair pick. So it's going to be Sauce drawing first blood, as Lavelle's going to be sliding on into this A site. You go in that power position in top laundry. Getting some shots down, nothing connecting though, but Sauce already in control of Kitchen. And that's the key here on this map, is getting control of Kitchen and the money side. Mlock's finally able to knock him down, but it's going to be 2 ticks already for St. Clair. And unless Smitty can do something magical here, it's looking like already an A capture.
Yeah, that's going to, in fact, go right on down. So Saints have 2 minutes to try and make something happen on the B side of things. We're right along with Lavelle, who's usually just constantly just trying to control the spawn points. I know people always give him a little bit of flack. It's like, dude, you're never fighting anything. You're like, how are you the captain and coach when you're only like quarter of the kills as your teammates? Well, it's because there's things called objectives, you fool. Somebody has to control them, and that's exactly what he's doing, giving Saints the response they need to. That being said, though, they are eventually going to get shut down here on this B push. Windsor finally finding themselves a footing, but Brandon looking to cut this off.
Yeah, the one thing I always like to preach is in control. When you get that quick capture and you have just about 2 minutes or just under 2 minutes to try and get the next one, you really don't have to try and push for that next site until about 45 seconds-ish left, even less sometimes on certain maps, and that's exactly what they're doing right now. They're just gaining the map control. They have numbers. They're already up 7 lives, and now they can just really keep University of Windsor as pushed far as back as possible, and they're doing exactly that. I mean, Dylan gets that first entry kill, so that's huge. That's going to allow Hugo to catch up, but Priestley says good night. He's 7-0 to start this game off.
How about another? Oh, it's Lavelle's.
No, who stole that? Lavelle. Complaining about not getting enough kills, steals that 8 straight one, and St. Clair with a nice quick victory here in round number 1.
Now, of course, first to 3 round victories here to close out this control series. And then, of course, Saints take this. That is the complete end. Hugo going to find himself the best play after mowing down, I think it was 3 of the Saints in a row here, finishing things off with Sauce NATO. But now, of course, they have not quite done so already. The last, or I say the last, but you never know, very well might not be. But do the sweep, or do the sweeps. Do the Saints sweep the series? Let me know in the chat, active right here, right now. How much faith do we have on the Saints for a 3-0 tonight?
Well, they're looking pretty good, and if you're a fan of University of Windsor, you want to see the boys bring it back here, and well, I kind of want to see it too. All of them are very, very talented individually, and well, Brandon, if you're killing like that, not much is gonna get done. That's 3 straight for him. Picking things up, can't get the 4th, but Priestley there for the trade. Lavelle able to push up into the middle of the map, and well, here come the streaks. Hell rains down above. University of Windsor on A, not for long as 3 go down. Priestley, nice job on the Hellstorm to take out Hugo. And, well, they are in cruise control right now. They only have a 4 life advantage, though, so University of Windsor still in good position. And, you know, if you're Dylan being the captain of this team, struggling personally, but what are you saying to the boys right now? Backs against the wall like this. He's got to rally the troops, and well, they got their 2nd tick onto A and hopefully the 3rd right here.
That flank from Priestley was disgusting. Gonna take 3 of them down. University of Windsor thought they might have had themselves a little bit of control on that A site, but it's going to be shut down as he's absolutely running amok. He whips the knife out. Okay, he's finally going to get shut down here. But not bad.
That was his first death.
Yeah, first death of the game. Granted, the University of Windsor, I like what they did trying to group all A as we see Lavelle absolutely popping off for a second there. And now, like, they grouped up A. They nearly captured it, to be frank, but it was just one very, very strong flank from Priestley that shut that thing down. Now can they deal with Sauce? They are going to, in fact, be able to do so. It's going to be Lavelle as well as Priestley, who has returned after going 14 kills without dying. Finds Smitty. Can he find anybody else? Hugo is kind of laying down. He is going to go down to Sauce, and they clean up this A site. Can anybody else touch within the last couple seconds? Priestley going to go down again. Sauce point blank with blocks. Not going to happen. 5 seconds. One final push for University of Windsor. Otherwise, their game here is toast. Can they get there? They are, in fact, going to be able to at least slow it down, and they are actually going to capture this one, it looks like. So they hang on by a thread, give themselves another minute to try and attack that B site.
Yeah, I mean, excellent job by Smitty and Co. to take down Sauce. They did it the first time, but Priestley, as you mentioned, on the flank was able to pick up 2 more. It really looked like that was going to be a St. Clair victory, but good job by the University of Windsor to pick off Sauce on the pillar side once again. That allowed them to slide on in, take control of A, and now they have a bit of time, not much time though, and as I talked about before, this is when you want to push, and well, as I say that, didn't even look at the life count, as it's going to be another St. Clair win there. Quite dominant once again, despite University of Windsor capturing a site.
Here I am stressing about the time, but that's totally correct. We totally forgot about the life count. And it was between Priestley and Brandon cleaning that one up, it looked like. So beautifully done. They're just drying out all of their respawns. And now one more victory here will give St. Clair the 3-0 up against the University of Windsor, which will definitely be a feel-good moment, I'm sure, here for St. Clair. Not just because it's Windsor, of course. We always have a very fun, playful rivalry with them whenever we get to actually compete against each other. But you're going 6-0 in the league, if that's the case, and that's nuts.
Yeah.
Got him.
I'm going to move on from that. Anyways, Sauce sliding on into the B site. Dylan able to clean him up. Priestley trying to add to his total, 19-4 for him, but he's going to fall. See, 11 objective kills. Lavelle trying to work on this A side. He's got Brandon there, Sauce, and just hello, brain fart there. Priestley there for support, but Dawson able to get one back. That's a huge kill onto Dylan. Now he needs to just stay down. Perhaps a bit of an overchow there as M-Lock's finally able to clean him up, and now St. Clair, a little bit of a bind as to what they want to do, but it looks like they're going to commit towards this B site.
Oh gosh, that accidental team kill there. If Big Papa's in the chat, he's saying, I feel you, brother, after getting smoked by that one by your teammate. But we are now back and forth, and right now, University of Windsor doing well, but Lavelle and Brandon getting themselves on the kill feed alongside Sauce NATO as well. The University of Windsor were doing so good, but now Saints have an opportunity, and they are switching things around. Smitty coming in clutch to at least take down one, but now Priestley is going to be able to, I think, maybe capture this before anybody else gets into position to stop him.
Yeah, I mean, he's in a good spot right now, and does have a bit of help on the A side. Of course, Sauce looking over top of him. Smitty. Oh my God. We didn't even see it, and we don't know how he got that kill. That was just... Wow, Priestley 23-5 on a 3 streak again. He is just going off, and Sauce just causing so much havoc in this back, and well, deletes Hugo right off the map. Priestley has support from Sauce, and this duo from last year. We saw how good they were in Modern Warfare. They're continuing on right here, and they're going to be on this B side, and M-Lox gets shut down by Lavelle. That's kind of the first time we've heard his name in this series, but a huge kill nonetheless. Another one as well for Lavelle, so 2 big kills from him. That's going to push University of Windsor all the way to the bottom side of your mini-map. That's going to be a capture onto B. No one really close here, and that's going to do it. St. Clair going to take this one 3-0, as well as the series 3-0. GG's well played, University of Windsor, but it's St. Clair this time.
Absolutely. They got a hold of that A site and they just did not look back. Everybody had an angle covered no matter where they went. They just got absolutely obliterated. Sosnato going to get credit here for the best play, but absolutely crushing it. St. Clair, not even just versus University of Windsor, but versus GVSU earlier in the series. And in this entire league the past couple of weeks, they've just been absolutely crushing it, going 6-0 now in the league. Just absolutely phenomenal play out of these players, and definitely happy to have them on our side.
Absolutely. I mean, St. Clair just really well practiced, and everything looked like they seemed calm. They didn't play too frantic, and they played together most importantly. But you know, if you're the side of University of Windsor, you see how good some of these players are. It's just about putting it all together for these guys, but definitely a lot of potential for the U of W guys. So GG's to them once again. You guys have a lot of good things. Of course, always stuff to work on, but a lot of good signs from the University of Windsor boys. So once again, GG's to them. And I mean, St. Clair just looks unbeatable right now, moving to 6-0. They're among the elite and kind of getting snubbed the last couple of weeks on the CCL power rankings, not making the top 25 the last 2 weeks. I'm one of 7 that helped choose the top 25, so I've tried my best to vouch for the Saints boys, but not happening yet. But I'm sure, moving to 6-0, I don't know how you deny a team that right for the top 25.
I don't know how you completely bypass that at this point here. Like, it depends on your groups, of course. Like, some groups may be weighted a little bit heavier than others, depending on which region you're in and whatnot, but you have to be on the radar at this point now, going 6-0. There's probably very few teams, if any others, probably a couple, probably Ottawa, but probably a couple who are like running the same kind of record. And it is going to probably take until we do play like an Ottawa again. And then I remember even back in the CCL Kickstarter, and to be honest, if I think of that match, like the tournament that happened there, where I think it was Waterloo Gold, where they took both of us out. They took the esports club, and then they took us, or no, they took us and then the esports club, because the esports club made it further than us in that event. But we needed to go up against another team like that and see where we stand again, because it's been not an awkward, but an odd string of domination. And as much as I love seeing our team doing fantastic, I also want to see where we stand in the big picture. So eventually we'll get up against a team like that sometime soon, I'm sure. Of course, this is only week 3 of action. There's still plenty more to go. There's still a whole other split eventually to happen here for the CCL College Call of Duty League as well. So looking forward to that.
Yeah, the big test is going to be SIUE next week. These guys are ranked right around the top 10 in the entire league. So that's going to be the first real test. Obviously, Northwood was a game 5 last week. So that was a nice test, but perhaps a matchup against the top 10 team could be somewhat humbling for these Saints boys. I mean, they are very, very talented compared to last year. SIUE was a bubble team last year. They've made a lot of improvements, and they're crushing a lot of teams as well. So it's going to be a huge battle. And actually, SIUE on the College COD stream, I believe at 10, actually right now, should be playing Illinois Orange, which will be Saints matchup 2 weeks from now.
Right, and I think those guys are okay too, right?
Yeah,
Illinois?
yeah. They're both. I think Illinois. I had them at 5 in the power rankings, so it's going to be an interesting matchup. So if you're a fan of the Saints boys and want to keep track, head over to the College COD stream, because that's going to really tell where the competition is at, and some 2 really big matchups over the next couple of weeks. So I'm excited.
I'll definitely have to do what I can to try and squeak that in there because, like I said before, this is chaos season where there is matches all over the place, and especially on Tuesdays when it seems like every league in existence wants to play at 8 o'clock on Tuesdays. But speaking of matchups, let's very quickly hop on over and take a look at some of the matchups that we'll be having here. Of course, we just finished up the Tuesday matchup that we saw here with the University of Windsor. Now, up next Wednesday and Thursday at 6 o'clock respectively, we do have OPSE League of Legends playoffs right around the corner. Get to start things off with not Concordia. Gosh, I'm just brain farting the name, but we can just play them on Thursday, and we'll be playing them once again. See if we can take the W again. We win, then we play on Thursday for some League of Legends. If not, there'll be some Overwatch, and if not, there's probably another match that I completely bypass because there's so many matches, but I'm not complaining. I absolutely love it. Then on Friday, you get more Call of Duty. Didn't have your feeling today? Well, you get more as we have 7 p.m. is a tournament as well. Back-to-back matches possible. Double elimination bracket here for the TESPA Collegiate Cold War qualifiers. Then on Saturday, 3 o'clock, CCL League of Legends action happens once again. And then, depending on how the run happens for the Collegiate Cold War tournament from Friday, we may see the Call of Duty guys once again on Saturday at 7. Otherwise, we will have, face it, Rainbow Six Siege action. Because again, match after match after match, it's go time, it's chaos season. I love it. Make sure you follow to make sure you don't miss a thing. Ooh, what a day. A very long day of back-to-back matches, but again, it doesn't feel like a job when it's this fun. So big thank you to everybody everyone across all of the broadcasts today who came in to commentate. Zara, and thank you as well for hopping onto the commentary booth today. I was getting kind of nervous that I was going to have to solo cast this Windsor game, but you came in clutch. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm happy to be back. Obviously, haven't had a chance to hop in really a whole lot over the last couple of weeks doing the club games, but happy I got a chance. I had to jump on this. It was the Battle of Windsor. I did say Border City Battle earlier, but I definitely meant to say Battle of Windsor. So I had to jump on this, and it's always a pleasure casting with you. So I appreciate you having me on once again.
Hey, it's all good. I'm sure we'll see Lampton at some time soon anyway, so we'll catch them and make sure that you're here for that one as well. Then, of course, big thank you to the sponsors that make the St. Clair Saints varsity esports team possible. That, of course, being St. Clair College, Tim Hortons, St. Clair SRC, EC Outlet, St. Clair College Alumni Association, and the Zeckelman School of Business and Information Technology. And thank you for supporting the St. Clair Saints varsity esports team like you do, so we can have these teams, we can have these broadcasts, and we can have these opportunities. And one final big thank you, of course, to everybody for tuning in here tonight. It was a rather exciting night, and I see you're probably hovering around the 40 mark here in regards to viewers. So thank you all for tuning in to the matchup and supporting both the St. Clair Saints and the University of Windsor Esports Club. And whether they were your classmates, friends, family members, or you're just supporting your school's team, big thank you for coming out and making their esports endeavors well supported and cheering them on. Of course, like I say time and time again, sure, this is the Saints' hometown stream, but I'm just happy to see people supporting the players and all of their endeavors. Any final thoughts before we sign off here for tonight's Aaron?
I mean, like I said, Saints are rolling right now, and honestly, like I'm excited to see some League of Legends throughout the week. I mean, I'm starting to get into it a little bit more. My knowledge is still very, very small, but it's always a pleasure watching those guys go at it. And of course, I know a few of the guys on the team, so it's always fun kind of chirping them when they lose, but bragging them when they win. So I'm looking forward to that for sure.
Hey, as long as you're getting into it involves watching it and not playing it so you can save your soul, then by all means. No, I'm just kidding. Solo queue is a scary place sometimes. Yeah. But I'm definitely I'm definitely not scorned or salty in the slightest. But anyway, we're going to close off here for tonight. Big thank you again to everybody for tuning in, and we will see you tomorrow for the OPSE League of Legends playoffs.